What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I am excited to have you here. We have a great webinar for everyone tonight, and a really cool announcement that I think many of you are going to be pretty excited about. So everybody's piling in the room right now. So we'll give it a minute as everybody kind of comes in the room. Now, I am back in Florida, so I'm not on my normal setup. I am on my laptop. I'm using AirPods right now, so hopefully the quality of the audio tonight is good for you. And as a matter of fact, while we're waiting on everybody to just hop in, go ahead and type in a 1. Go ahead and type in a 1 in the chat box if you can hear me. So go ahead and type in a 1. Let my team see that just to make sure that everything is all good, because the webinar would do no good if you could not hear me. Okay, so everybody's piling in right now. If you're new, I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. You should all be able to see the home screen. I'm a little bit concerned about sharing my webcam, but I will just turn it on real quick, and we'll probably turn it off throughout the presentation. So everybody should be able to see me now. I'm not in my normal spot with good lighting and an epic piece of artwork behind me. Rather, I am at the kitchen table at this house that we just moved into in Florida, and it's a beautiful home, but have not figured out the office situation just yet. So, you know, essentially when I'm doing this webinar, everyone in the house has to like go to a different room and you know, make sure the dogs are quiet and all that stuff, so we have good quality content for you tonight. So I'm stoked that you're all here tonight, and I'm excited about our webinar. If you could see me, go ahead and put in a 2. Go ahead and put in a 2 if you could see me. Okay, cool. Awesome. So last week we launched our kind of done with you service, and what a ride. I mean, the response that we got last week was insane. We dang near hit capacity with our coaches, and as a matter of fact, I'm lucky because we just brought on 2 new coaches to our team, so we were able to onboard a few extras. And so really thankful that we were able to do that. And it's something that so many of my students have been asking for years, is how can I get support and coaching and mentorship outside of just your once a week webinars and your course. So I built a program, I built a service, I built a team. I spent the last year focusing like 70% of my day on building this team of amazing coaches that know my program, know my funnels, know my strategies. You know, they know my blueprint backwards and forward by heart. And it's been quite the road, but we've also been able to produce some really amazing success stories like Kadeja, like Brady, and others that I showed you last week. So congrats to you if you got in on that and you're working with one of my team members one-on-one. This is a webinar, if you're new, called the Profit Power Hour. And I give this to all members of my community that are enrolled in any of my programs or softwares. And essentially what I do is I come on here once a week, no matter what's going on. And I teach. I teach what's working right now, what I'm doing right now, what's not working right now that I've tested and failed with. And the idea is to motivate you, keep you inspired in this e-commerce movement, from, you know, big brands like Amazon to small businesses and mom and pops, which are booming right now, and to help you avoid costly mistakes, because trial and error leads to 99% failure rates, because either it will demotivate you or it will break the bank. So I go try and I fail, and I succeed, and I kind of show you what to do, what not to do. So I'm excited about tonight's webinar. Last week we launched our Done With You service, gave everybody a big discount on that before the prices go up. This week, I want to focus on the #1 product that we're recommending, right now for the summer wave. Like, there's always these seasonal waves of products that are profitable, and they some of them can be evergreen. Every year they work. Some of them, they hit for a couple of months and they're gone forever, like hoverboards, for example. Fidget spinners are another example. Last year it was like this blend jet, which is still hot, but it had this big wave and then it kind of fizzled a little bit. There's always a sizzle and a fizzle. And so right now you should all be able to see our welcome screen. There is something new about the screen, so pay very close attention. At the top, highlighted in green, it says start your free Shopify store. So I was speaking with Shopify earlier today, and they said, Adrian, look, you're a close partner of ours. They've recently dubbed me a certified e-commerce coach, which is new. My course has always been certified, but now I personally am certified and backed by Shopify, which is amazing. And so they gave me this special link that you see at the top for those that want to start a new store. Or if you have a store already and you want to start a second store, or third, or fourth, or fifth store, whatever it may be, it's profitph.com/Shopify. Now, this link will give you a 30-day free trial to Shopify. Anywhere else you go, it is a 14-day free trial link. So what you're going to notice is, and I'm going to show y'all the difference right now. So let me just pull this up. Shopify's normal page versus the page that they gave me. Let me just type it in. Okay, so if you were just to go to shopify.com or any other page for that matter, okay, and say, I want to start my own Shopify store. Well, you would come up here and you would go to start your free trial. And Shopify on their homepage is giving you a 14-day free trial. So everybody can see that, right? So they're giving away a 14-day free trial. Well, for me, they reached out and said, we want to do something special for you, something special for your students. So we want to give you a 30-day free trial exclusive to people that sign up to your link. So they put my picture on the page, and you'll see it says Adrian Morrison invites you to start a 30-day free trial. So this is it's an extended free trial, right? Most people get a 14-day free trial. I work very closely with Shopify. They try to give my students perks, because I train you, and they want you to succeed. They know that you're all in. And so I know that they do promotions on and off, and they've helped. Just like last year, they did this amazing thing where they gave everybody an extended free trial during the pandemic. So just such a great company that always is looking at how can we help entrepreneurs get started. So they've decided to give me and my community the opportunity to have a 30-day free trial. So if you want to start a new Shopify store, an additional Shopify store, then you can go to the link that is on the screen, profitph.com/Shopify, and you can get yourself a 30-day free trial. Now, I want to say this, right? When you convert to a paid plan, you convert to a paid plan. So if you're already paying, the $29 fee, and you've unlocked all the features, then there's no reason to go get a free trial. Now, if you want to start a second store, yeah, then you want to use this link. It's going to give you more time to set your store up. The free trial period is really the period where you might be setting up your theme and adding products to your store. It's like the pre-launch. But when you actually launch, right, you want to generate sales and send traffic to your store, you do need to go ahead and be on a paid plan, because that's what's required. Okay, so don't get it twisted. All right, so there's that. The second thing is that I want to talk about is our Ecom Blitz. if you're new, you don't know what that is. But every quarter, I do an Ecom Blitz, and we kind of blitz what's working for the quarter. And what's new, what to look out for, what the wave's going to be. Last week, we were supposed to do our Ecom Blitz. I sent out an email saying that we were going to reschedule. I'm trying to get a really special guest to come on and teach some really epic stuff that I think is going to be big for the upcoming quarter. So bear with me. I have not rescheduled a date, but some of you didn't get that email and showed up. If that happened to you, I'm sorry. My emails don't always hit your inbox. Sometimes my emails hit the spam folder or the newsletter folder, depending on what kind of if you're using Gmail or Yahoo or whatever it is. So I'm sorry about that, but I will be emailing everybody the new date as soon as it's set, which will probably be end of this week. I'll set that new date because I'm trying to work with this guest mentor with whom I believe there's a lot you could learn from and benefit from. So it was just in everybody's best interest for me to move the date back. So if you're enrolled in the Ecom Blitz, then I'll email you the dates. If you haven't enrolled in the Ecom Blitz, then there's nothing to worry about. You didn't miss anything. Okay, so that's handled. Now let's talk about what we are going to go over tonight. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up tonight's little notepad here. And tonight what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a 6-figure scaling strategy for personalized print-on-demand products that you can duplicate. You legitimately can clone this process, copy this process. It's something that just always works, always has worked, but you have to hit an item or a product that people actually want to buy. Like, it's going to work best when you push this strategy on a product that actually is going to be received by people in a manner that makes them urgently, or impulsively make a purchase, right? And then I'm going to show you a little trick that you can use that will help increase conversion rates and build your email list. So you'll have 2 ways to do this, okay? So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about this product here. We talked about, I'll bring it up on Etsy here because I love the Etsy sneak attack method. Okay. So the product that we know is hitting right now is called the wine tumbler. It's not most people have the Yeti tumblers. You've seen them. Most of you yourselves have a Yeti tumbler, okay? Or a tumbler of some sorts. And as I look over here through the glass cabinets in this beach house that me and my brother have, I see like 6 or 7 Yetis up there. 2 of them say Alice Beach. One of them says 30A. The other ones are just different colors. Typically, people will buy a tumbler and they will buy it as a remembrance, something like, of a place that they really love. And a lot of souvenir shops now sell tumblers. Okay, so we know that these are not like, tumblers are not like a mattress. You typically only going to buy one mattress every so many years, right? Maybe 6 years, maybe 10 years. Tumblers are something that people are going to have multiples of, and they're going to continuously purchase, okay? And so this product right here is evergreen. And the key to selling this product is figuring out, what do people want on the face of the product? You're not going to sell a plain black Yeti or a plain turquoise Yeti. You're going to have to put something on it in order to make it sell, okay? And what makes the wine tumblers so unique is that for us, Everybody doesn't have one of these yet. Everybody has a regular tumbler, but they don't have a wine tumbler. And so this gives us the opportunity to capitalize on a product that we know people want, and it's not yet saturated, and we can personalize it to make people more passionately, impulsively purchase this product. So if you come over to Etsy, and I love looking at Etsy because Etsy is going to tell me what's working right now. And so whenever you type in wine tumbler and you're trying to figure out, if I want to sell wine tumblers, what should I put on them? Interesting. Let me just look around here. Names, and names. Now, here's what's interesting about this. Almost all of these tumblers that are for sale have first names on them, first or last names, right? And they're all selling. They're all making money. How is that? How is it that all of these people selling the same thing on Etsy are getting thousands of sales, 27,000 sales, 7,500, 7,700, 6,600? That's just reviews, right? That's not even their total sales. So we know that these are hot. We know that even with Etsy showing your competition against your product, these people are all generating sales. So it stands to reason if you put these on your own Shopify store where you didn't have all of your competition advertising right next to you, undercutting your prices and all that stuff, then you could probably make more money, right? Because people will see your ad and they will impulsively purchase. They're not going to price hunt because it is personalized. So to price hunt for a personalized item is more complicated than price hunting for a generic standard item. Does that make sense? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so we can profit handsomely, right? We're not going to have people price hunting as much because it's personalized. And, we know that it's selling right now. We also know that it's unique. So let's just pull up the whiteboard real quick before we dive into this. Okay. So I'm going to call these our profit points. Okay. So our profit points for the tumbler. Okay. So some of the profit points that we just went over is number one, this currently is a viral product. It's hot. People want it, okay? Number two is we're not going to have people price hunting, which is good because people aren't going to say, oh, let me shop around and see if I can find another one that says Nancy on it. They're going to say, this has my name. I see it. I like it. I want it. I am going to get it, okay? So it's viral. There's no price hunting. It's got a high margin. So you're going to have a pretty decent profit margin on these. All right, we know that it's working. So no price hunting. Also, it is unique. And we know that people are passionate about drinking their wine, okay? So week before last, what we had talked about was in terms of passion, we were talking about the wine niche. I myself have made a lot of money in the wine niche. I said it last week. You go to Facebook, you target women that are 35 plus years old, and then start marketing wine stuff. You're going to get clicks and probably going to get sales if your product's good. That's just the market for it. I've been doing that for 6 years. Okay, so I know for a fact, it's factual that will work. Open targeting 35 plus year old women will work. Now you can drill down with wine interests, like wine country and wine magazine and Pinot Noir and, all of these different keywords that you can scoop up using our Intro Scout software. If you have it, you'll find a bunch. But the thing that we didn't talk about was, oops, so on my highlighter here, we didn't talk about personalization. And I told y'all we were going to talk about that. So personalize. Now, when you personalize something, you're able to tap into a passion. And the thing about this is with wine tumblers, when you personalize wine tumblers, essentially what you're going to find is that you sell a bunch in one order. With personalized ones, one thing that you're going to notice is you're going to get, so my handwriting tonight, you're going to get big orders, okay? Big orders means money. Now, why are you going to get big orders? Selling wine tumblers that are personalized. Well, the reason is simply because people, like my mom, for example, she has this bunco club, and they all go out, they drink wine and play this bunco game. They have their dinners and cookouts and whatnot, and they all bring gifts every time. Like this one person's going to bring a gift for everybody, then one week the next person bring a gift for everybody. So what you'll find is that you'll have someone come in and say, oh, they've got personalized names. We're all at our bunco night. Maybe we're on the beach or whatever, and we're drinking wine, and we always mix up all of our wine glasses. So why don't I get one for the group? So you'll find that it might end up being 6 or 7 because they're going to buy Nancy and Stacy and Casey and Lisa and whomever, right? So these work really, really well because they will give you big orders, which means high profit. Now, when we start talking about, sorry, I don't know why my computer is doing silly stuff, but when you start talking about personalization, right, you also know that you are going to need to have a way for people to find or get their name on the tumbler. So for example here, okay, if I jump over here to Gear Grabber, the app that we use to sell tumblers is called T-Launch. They're a free app, they're great, went over them the other week. If you just come over here to create a product and then you go to drinkware, boom. Okay, you got beer steins and coffee mugs, and you got the vacuum tumblers, and here's the wine tumbler, $13.50 each. Now, the thing about this is you have to put the designs on here, right? So you have to put the designs on here. So what you would do is you have to go and manually create these, or have I have virtual assistants create them, and just put names on here. So what you would do is it doesn't cost anything to publish this, and you get to publish it in all colors. So there could be a purple Lisa, green Lisa, pink Lisa, coral Lisa, white Lisa, orange Lisa, so on and so forth. So we also have color selection, which is great because people usually identify with colors, like me, green. Everything I do is green or black or gold, right? Those are the 3 colors that I like. So what you would do to start is a Google search, because there's a lot of names, and you don't just want to start writing down a list of, okay, Kimberly, Catherine, so on and so forth, right? What you want to do is you want to figure out, what is your most popular audience? What are the most common names that you can, excuse me, that you can start with? And that way, when you put your ad out there, you have a higher probability of catching more people's attention. Now, I will say this, there are some more advanced ways that people can come to your store, type in their name, and it will just print it on the product, right? Sounds great. There's custom coding involved in that, working directly with different vendors that would do that. So, the customization of one of these is something that we'll talk about in the future, that you can do, kind of like where people can come to your website and they can type in any phrase they want on this and it'll just put it on there, which is great, but not totally necessary. So what you're going to do is you're going to Google the top, what I do is first, I do the top 25 last names in the US, because typically I hit US and Canada the hardest. And so I just hit top 25 last names, and you'll just say items here. And there are websites that have compiled this information. Now, this is 2019, but you could probably say last names are going to, if it was first names, it might be different, but last names, they kind of, they're always there. They're passed down, unlike first names. So Jones, Smith, Garcia, Edwards, Brown. So these are the 25 top last names. You could go top 50 if you want to. And then we Google the top 25 women's names, because out of the gate, we're going to target women for this product, because we know that it typically converts better. So this is the top 1,000 most popular baby girl names. So this might not be the best list, because first names can be trendy, right? So right now, I have friends that are naming their kids names I can't pronounce, that they sound really awesome, but they're not going to be as common as, say, Madison or Scarlett, Avery, Elizabeth, so on and so forth. So you want to get a list of the top 25 to 50 most common women names. So top 25, let's just type in, let's say, women names, and top names over the last 100 years, social security. That's interesting. That might be a good one to look at. So top 50 most popular names last 100 years. Okay, so this would be a really good list. It's over the last 100 years. Heather, there are 523,000 Heathers since 1975 was their most popular year. Rachel, Carolyn, Janet, Deborah, this is the demo here. All right, Christine, Catherine, Nicole. So, all right, why am I looking this up? Like, what is this going to do for me other than give me some knowledge, right? Yeah, this is the list we want right here, for sure. Because you're not buying your new baby girl that is not of age yet to drink a wine tumbler, right? So you want to get the top 25 to 50 last names and the top 25 to 50 first names that are women's names. All right, not baby names, but like over the last 100 years, like this, right? This is on the GazetteTimes.com website. And you want to then come over here to, say, Etsy, for example. Let's go back over to Etsy. I'm gonna show you how this is done. So, okay, here we go. Over here to Etsy, and you'll notice that most of these that are selling, that are popular, are like this kind of pretty script writing. So like if I click on these, for example, you'll notice that it's cursive, right? It's not printed, it's cursive. So we really need to write these down in some sort of cursive. Now, the good news is that if you have something like Photoshop, you can just create a image file and download a font that is a cursive font, and completely avoid a graphic designer. So watch, I'll show you what I mean. Like, you don't have to have a graphic designer for this. I'll just show you real fast. So let's do Google, and we'll just do, you know, free script fonts. So if I come over here to Google and I type in free script fonts, there are tons and tons and tons of websites that have free fonts that you could download. And check this out, like that right there. And this right here. And these are free. You could download these on your computer. So when you open up Photoshop or something like that, you can just type a name out, boom, 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 save, done, right? It's not no graphic design. It's a font, just like Helvetica or Arial, right? Or Futura or Times New Roman. All you have to do is go Google the font, and you know, I mean, you can download these free fonts, and now you're able to just type a name out, and essentially it will look just like, you know, this right here. It'll look like these beautiful scripts. Now, if you're not technical and you don't want to go download a font, install the font on your computer and go to Photoshop, and time is money, right? Then what you would do is just pop over here to Fiverr. Just pop over to Fiverr. And like this guy right here, like, or you can find other graphic designers. They will do scripted names for you and send you the files. You probably get it cheaper if you don't go from like a professional handwritten calligraphy person, and you just straight up go to a graphic designer. And for like $35 to $50, you can say, hey, I'll pay you $1 a name, or I'll pay you 50 cents a name. And you send them this list right here and say, I want the top 50 girls' names that are on this list. All right, and I'll pay you 50 cents a name, or whatever their fee is. I'll pay you 75 bucks. And then same thing with these last names here as well. Listen, y'all, I've made a lot of money doing this. I'm talking about like multiple six figures with this strategy. So when I tell you this works, I mean, I know that this works from experience, and this is applicable across multiple items. It's applicable across wine tumblers, regular tumblers, coffee mugs, t-shirts, whatever, you name it. People love their name. And so that being said, you can have someone on Fiverr do it for you. Once that's done, right? Once you have someone on Fiverr do the top 50 names, okay? You have all the files. They've sent them to you, the JPEGs, the PNGs, whatever you want to call them. You just pop over here and say, yo, I'm ready. Boom, boom. All right, and you start drag and drop, publish, drag and drop, publish. And you would just name this, you would name the product like, you know, Eliza wine, personalized Eliza wine tumbler, personalized Casey wine tumbler, personalized Adrian wine tumbler, Deborah wine tumbler. And so you're going to produce a lot of products. You catch what I'm saying here? Is when somebody visits your Shopify store, there's going to be a list of 75 tumblers that they can scroll through, and you can organize them in alphabetical order. So whenever somebody is searching for something on your website, right, they can organize them by alphabetical order. That's just automatic, right? And so they can scroll through until they find their name. And you can advertise this page like you, well, hold on, let me get Wheelie opt-in. Oh, there we go. All right, so you can advertise what's called the collection. And so you can run ads that say personalized wine tumblers, find your name here. And people click it, it takes them to this page, and they can scroll down and find their name, and you'll find that they'll buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones sometimes, because they're buying them for a group of people, a party of people in themselves. Maybe they're buying them for their family. Now, the cool thing about the strategy is you can also upsell them additional wine tumblers, or vacuum tumblers or regular sized tumblers, right? The number one upsell is the same product though. The number one product and highest converting upsell of all upsells is selling people the same product they're just purchasing. It's just giving them an additional one at a discount. So I think that's going to be an absolute no-brainer for you. And so when you come over here to do this, the strategy is number one. All right, you can get this list here of top 50 most popular female names. Maybe you go top 100, right? And then you come over to Fiverr and you pay somebody $50, $60, whatever it is, to script all those names and send you the file. And then you have your virtual assistant, because you don't want to do this on your own. It's not that it's hard, it's just that it's tedious. You can have a virtual assistant do this for you, which inside of Ecom Success Academy, I teach you all how to find virtual assistants through onlinejobs.ph or 123employee.com. And a virtual assistant can do it within a day or two. And in 2 days, you can have the top 100 girls' names in the last 100 years all launched on your website. Then you can launch a Facebook ad and you can push that ad out to all women, 35 plus, for wine tumblers. They'll click on your site and they'll scroll and they'll start adding multiple names. Watch, they'll start adding multiple names to their order. And now you're producing high ticket orders, okay? So all we did was we capitalized on a trend, we found a unique product, and then we let Etsy tell us exactly what is working right now on the product, because Etsy will show you the most popular product style at the top by automatically. You don't have to hunt for it or anything like that. So this is a strategy that you also can use on other products inside of T-Launch or Pillow Profits or Printify or Printful, whatever it may be. But what I want to do is I want to show you something else, okay? So we know the strategy. We know that we can sell this product, but there is another profit point I want to point out. So profit point number 2. Okay. So profit point number 2. This is a great list building opportunity. Now, when I say list building, I'm talking about your email list, all right? So we're talking about funneling leads into an email list, okay? So why would I say that personalized wine tumblers present to us such a great list building opportunity? Well, it's because they're buying something in this particular case that has to do with their what? Can you tell me? Put in the questions box their last name. And I just said it earlier. If they buy one product with their last name, you can guarantee they are going to buy other products with their last name or their first name. Again, I've been doing this forever. Like it just never stops working. It literally never stops working. Think about family vacations and family barbecues and family reunions where everybody wears a personalized t-shirt or a jacket or a hoodie or a hat, a backpack, whatever it may be, right? So this is a great list building opportunity if you do it the right way. You can actually do this in a way to where when people click on your Facebook ad, they have to give you their name and email first in exchange for a discount. This will build you a list, a big email list of people with whom you can segment by name, okay? So what if your email list was names like, say, you know, Lisa and, Kathy and Nicole, and let's just say Amy, and let's just say, Kat, whatever. They're going into different email lists, right? What if you had an email list or a segment of an email list with everybody that has the first name Lisa, everybody has the first name Nicole, everybody has the first name Kathy? Does that make sense? So when you send an email to them, you say, hey, Nicole, check out all of our we just personalized 12 new items for you, Nicole. Click this email to check them out. And Nicole clicks on the email, and it only takes her to a part of your Shopify website that has items that have Nicole on it, wallets, hats, umbrellas, face masks, whatever it may be. Does that make sense? Yes, 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 yes. So when you build a list and you get people's first name and last name, you can then segment the list. So the key word here is you can segment your email list by first or last name. So you might have like, I don't know, 3,000 Johns on your list, right? Because that's a very common name. And like, 15 Delilahs, I don't know, maybe two. And so you will find that you have these different segments. And what's interesting about this, though, is when you get people to give you their name, their first and last name, your email autoresponder can segment everything in any way you want, right? Or you could do it in an Excel spreadsheet if you want to. And so that being said, who is your customer? What are the top 25 first names of your customers that are clicking on your ads? Now if you're missing something, if you're missing a name you didn't think of that wasn't on that list, and you can add it in. Now you can take your 25 most popular names or 10 most popular names, and you can go build out 50 different products. Look, if you come over here to this, you can do crystals, you could do other drinkware, you could do home goods like coasters and beach towels right now. Big beach towels with a scripted name, like a black beach towel with gold scripted Lisa or whatever it is. Christmas stockings, right? And when Christmas rolls around, if you're thinking about personalized names, then just take a look at everything you got here. You know everybody's last name, right? Because they're on your email list. Now you're doing doormats that says, welcome to the Hudsons, welcome to the Morrisons, welcome to the whatever, so on and so forth. So personalization has always worked, will always work, because people are very passionate about their name. Now, I'm not going to be able to get into this tonight, but I want to show you just a quick little funnel strategy that we use to really make this pop off, okay? So I'm going to pull back here our white pad, and I'm going to draw this out for you, okay? So let's just say we start out with the wine tumblers, okay? So the first product we're going to start with is our wine tumblers, because we know they're hot, okay? And the niche that we're gonna hit is top 50 women's names. Okay. So we've got our product, we've got our niche. So there are top 50 women's names. And we're gonna have our Facebook ad. Now our Facebook ad is essentially let's do this again. Okay. So our little shop button. This is our headline. And here is our wine tumbler. All right, and it will say your name here. Okay, so sale. Well, let's make this look proper. Let's make it look proper. Okay, so sale. So the ad essentially that we're going to write is going to tell people, hey, get 50% off, 25% off, 30% summer sale, your name here on these, VIP, blah, 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 wine tumblers. Okay, so whatever you got to say to make them sound sexy, like keep your wine at temperature, no glass on the beach or pool, no worries, stuff like that. And this is going to then go to, instead of your Shopify store, what this is going to do is it's going to go to a landing page or a bridge page, if you will. Okay, so it's going to go to a bridge page. This is called a bridge page. Okay, so it bridges the gap between your ad and the product that people want. Now, this is inserting an additional step into the funnel. And you would still have here, say, claim your discount. You might have the picture of the product here. I don't know how I drew that one so good the first time. Okay. And so you would have people put in their first name and email. So you'd have them put in their name here and their email here. And then a button here that says claim. And I like to make my buttons red, makes them stick out. So this is a bridge page, and it actually, I would put, I'd put the image and the title over here and the opt-in form over here. So, because you want the opt-in, you want this button at the bottom above the fold, okay? But what this does is it interrupts them, and you want to position it to where it does two things. Number one, they're claiming their discount. Number two, they're locating their name to see if their name's available, right? That's, at least that's what they believe. Really what you're doing is just collecting their email address before you show them your website and give them a discount. And so when they put in their email address, what it's going to do is it's going to send them to your Shopify store. Okay. So it's going to shoot them over to your Shopify store. So this bridge page is a pit stop to supercharge your email list for people that are interested in wine tumblers and personalized items. Okay, so this is your Shopify store. Tumbler collection. All right. And so this would be, you know, product 1, product 2, product 3, you know, and you would have this listed in alphabetical order. So they can essentially scroll down and they'll find their name. Does that make sense? Yes. And from there, they'll make their purchase once they find it. But what you'll find is that a lot of times people will get 2 to 3 items in their cart, and you'll make more than one sale because you did it this way. Okay. So what's just happened? What's happened is you proposition them with an ad that showed them that they could get a really cool, nice, personalized wine tumbler. It can have their name on it, the first name, family name, whatever. They clicked your ad, so they're invested. And now you're saying, hey, claim your discount, and we'll show you your item, whatever. You get their name and their email. The reason that you might potentially want to do this, it is going to cost you up front, okay? Like, make no mistake, this is not going to increase, it's not going to increase your click to sale conversion rate. If you put that bridge page in there, it will decrease your click to sale conversion rate. But the fortune is in the follow-up, all right? If you get a name and an email address and you know what they're interested in, then you can follow up and you can make so much more money. So you're making an upfront sacrifice because you're not short-sighted for that long-term profit, because you have a long-term vision. Now, we don't always do it this way, but we do it this way, right? So this will, it can do 2 things: build the list and also redirect them directly to the page or collection that have all of the items with their name on it. So it wouldn't just take them to the tumbler collection, it would take them to the Nancy collection, the Stacy collection, the whatever collection, right? Now, within this funnel, you could also, before they add products to a cart, you could also proposition them with a upsell. Hold on, I don't like that. We'll get into this later though. But you can also proposition them with a upsell modal. All right, and this could be a buy 2 X% off. Let's just say buy 2, get 25% off. And it can have a add to cart button on it. In other words, what it's saying is double up, right? Buy 2. And that essentially would happen. Oops. So I'm gonna be right there. Miss my spot. That essentially is going to end up increasing the amount of products that go into the shopping carts. There we go. And then we'll just do these in yellow. So you can follow the funnel. There we go. All right. So you can always toss in that upsell there if you're using like Optimize Upsell, Coupon Hero works good with this upfront as a surprise coupon, so on and so forth. So I know a lot of you probably are wondering, what does a good bridge page look like so you can collect email addresses? Remember, this right here, this personalization wine tumbler funnel. You don't have to have that bridge page there. You can go click on the ad straight to the collection on your Shopify store where all of them are listed. And remember, before you list anything on there, right, you got to go get the top 50 names and go to Fiverr and get somebody to make those graphics for you for 30 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever they charge. And then either you go to T-Launch, copy and paste them, drag and drop them onto your store one at a time. Take you maybe, I don't know, guesstimating hour and a half to do that. Yeah, maybe an hour and a half or less. I mean, we're talking about 50. It probably takes about a minute to do each one. So yeah, I mean, we're an hour to an hour and a half. Or if you have a virtual assistant or kid, you could put them to work, put your kids to work, say, hey, I'll give you 20 bucks if you do this, $25 if let's teach you Shopify. And you can list some products for, for dad today or for mom today. Or of course, you can have a virtual assistant just go in and do it. That's what I do. I mean, I don't even know like what's going on a lot of the time. I've got it so automated now. It's crazy. So virtual assistants can be so beneficial. And they're like, you can get some intelligent, very intelligent, amazing people to work with you, through onlinejobs.ph and 123 employee. I love my VAs. They're like so freaking and smart. They're so valuable to my business, and they help automate things for me in tedious tasks so I can focus on, some of the bigger picture stuff. Like what's the next hot niche or whatever it may be. So this is the funnel here. Now, next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to design a bridge page for you, and I'm going to give it away for free. So everybody that gets on here next week, I will give you the template. I'm going to use ClickFunnels to do it. Okay, so you will need ClickFunnels, and I'll give you my ClickFunnels link next week with it, so you can get a free trial. But I'm going to give you a page for free. I'm going to have my team design it, and you can just plug in whatever you want there, and you can use it for tumblers, you can use it for shirts, you can use it for whatever. But personalized print-on-demand items crush. But right now, putting it on a personalized wine tumbler can absolutely destroy it. And remember, you will build that email list, and you can segment it and have a list of Lisas, a list of Nicole's, a list of Kimberly's, a list of whatever, okay? And then you can start sending personalized emails to all of your Lisas, all of your Kimberly's, all of your whatever, okay? And imagine sending an email out that says, hey, hey, Ann, we just personalized 12 new items for you. Ann's gonna be like, what? They personalized 12? I didn't order 12 items. Usually if you position the email like that, they're like, oh, I didn't order that. I gotta click on this because I gotta cancel. I didn't make that order. So you make it seem like, they might have ordered something. You don't say that they did, but like, here's your 12 personalized items. It's like, wait, what? I didn't order 12 personalized items. So they're gonna open, and then they're going to click, and they're like, oh man, this is sweet. And they might buy 2 or 3 personalized items because they all say "and" on them. The tumbler, the t-shirt, the hoodie, the leggings, the mask, the lampshade, whatever. The sky's the limit. That's the key. When you build that email list right there, segment it by name, and you have, I don't know, 5,000 Jonathans on your list, and you send out an email like that, and you got a bunch of Jonathan personalized products already loaded, ready to go. And when they click, they go to the Jonathan collection. When Tyler clicks, Tyler goes to the Tyler collection. And it's a more advanced way of doing things. It takes 1 or 2 more steps, but once it's set up, you never have to worry about it again. And that's how you really build, like, a personalization print-on-demand business that can scale. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Wine tumblers are the hot product of the summer. Remember, the profit points is that this is a viral-ish product. People are not going to price hunt for it. They're going to impulsively purchase it. You'll have higher profit margins. It's unique right now, and you can hit the wine passion like we talked about before, or you can personalize it and get bigger orders. And the other profit point was, it's great for a list building opportunity to build an email list that you could segment by first name and last name. So you can start selling first name items and last name personalized items. Go to Fiverr, have someone just make everything for you in the script, right? Won't cost you very much. Have a virtual assistant, load it all up on the website, publish the products as mine. It's like, you don't a child can do it, you know. I mean, it's just tedious. That's all it is you don't want to have to sit there and hit publish 50 times, but somebody's got to do it, right? So you may as well pay a virtual assistant or someone else to do it for you, so you can focus on something else. And then the bridge page is key if you want to build the list, all right? Or you can use Wheelie Opt-in. Wheelie Opt-in can pop up and say, hey, win a free wine tumbler. Give us your email address and spin to win. Boom, now you're getting people's emails. Either way you want to do it, you can do it, okay? So that's it for tonight. I hope that you like this. Again, next week I will announce our new date for the Ecom Blitz. If you missed the email last week when we did the reschedule, I'm trying to get this other guy on here as an underground marketer that I network with and mastermind with, and is super busy. And I'd love for him to come on and show some of the cool stuff that he's doing. And you know, if I could do that, then great. If I can't get a confirmation by next week, I'll set a date. And obviously you're gonna get epic training for me, but I want to just go all out and do as much as I can for it, you know, to give you as much value as possible. So I think pushing it 1 to 2 weeks, the juice will be worth the squeeze. Sorry if you missed that email and showed up last week and were like, where the heck is Adrian? I know that sucks. It sucks that emails don't deliver. Make sure that you whitelist my email address in your email account so it doesn't hit spam or doesn't hit the newsletter or promotion tab, okay? And congrats to those of you last week that booked your call with my team and got enrolled in our platinum, our diamond, and even our elite program. I'm stoked for you to work with our team. And when we open up more internal slots for that, and I can still give you the discounted rate, which, you know, right now, like we're about to raise our prices for the done with you service, I will let you know. I'm not releasing that link again right now because, you know, I think we might be near capacity, and we have a couple of people in the, like on the fence or that we're following up with that needed 2 or 3 extra days to do whatever before they got in. If that's you, make sure that you follow up with your rep on my team and you get enrolled, because pretty soon I think we're going to have a cutoff in terms of we're not going to have enough coaches to handle everybody. And of course, you know, we're looking at raising the prices on that, which is why I wanted to release it to y'all before, you know, I did that to give y'all this opportunity. So I love you all. I will see you next week, same place, same time, right here on the Profit Power Hour for more free training. And I hope you enjoyed tonight's personalized hot summer product funnel. And I will make sure to PDF these notes and put them on the replay page. So open up the email tomorrow, because when we send out the replay, you'll be able to download these notes into a image file or PDF, so you can keep this funnel and these notes for future reference. All right. So I wish you a ton of success. Thanks so much for being here tonight, everybody. And I will announce a $100 cash prize winner in our Facebook group. I'm just going to go type it in. I got so much to do here. We're not moved in. I cut myself moving today pretty bad. And so I'm just going to announce it in the group. All right. So I'll see you next week. Be here next week. Don't miss this. And I can't wait for our next training, because I'm going to give away a completely free done for you bridge page for this funnel that you can just plug right into your business. You can literally clone it. All right. So be here next week, and I will see y'all then, and I'll announce the winner in our Profit Power Hour Facebook group of the $100. Good night, y'all.